Then we have as I said, the scripture saying that all your children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. There is no peace in the public school system. When you got your gangs running around, people coming in with guns, assaulting teachers, assaulting other students, kids, when they're in the school, the environment is such that they can't really learn anything because they're too busy being fearful. A child that comes to school with that is getting A's and stuff, high grades in school, he's gonna get picked on, or she's gonna get picked on. Why? Because she is making the other kids look stupid. They can't have that. And so a child comes in full of fear. They can't concentrate. Come test time, they can't pass the test because they're worried about this, that. The teachers can't do their jobs because they're worried about all of the stress and things of having to deal with unruly students. Teacher has an unruly student in the class, sends the student to the office expels the kid. The kid's parents come back, jump on the teacher, and then you got a whole bunch of mess there. Fear rules the public school system. And notice what God has said, and I'll read Isaiah 54:13 and 14 again. All thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. There's no teaching of the Lord in the public schools, therefore there is no peace in the public school system. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Kids in public schools, terrified, full of fear. Why? Because there's no God in the public school system. But once again, like I said, we parents hold the task of deciding whether or not we want to continue supporting a system like this, or we want to take our kids out of public school systems and put them into a private or a religious school, or whether we want to teach them at home ourselves. Forget about the idea of people saying, well, it costs too much money. Well, yeah, well, it might cost too much money. People might have to make sacrifices, but aren't your kids worth it? What are you going to do when you 80 or 90 years old and you got a 50-year-old? In fact, you don't even have to be that old. You 40, 50 or 60 years old and you got a 30 or 40-year-old child hanging around the house, can't get a job, don't want to work, want to just get high bum money off of you, go steal or whatever it is that they're going to have to do to survive. One of the dumbest things that happened here in the city of Detroit some time back, and I know it was all because of a lack of knowledge on the part of what the people actually know about the public school system versus the parochial, the private, and homeschooling, is this. We had on 2 or 3 occasions the opportunity to vote in for vouchers, where we could basically use our voucher to send our kids to a private school or religious school. And you should have seen how black folks, the teachers unions, and the public school system, the teachers unions and the administrators of the school all got out here saying that vouchers were an attempt to destroy, to break the unions. It would be taking money out of the public school system and therefore hurting our kids. That's foolishness. Because as I said, you already destroying your kids by sending them to the public school system. And I told you about the amount of money that actually gets to our kids from every dollar that goes to the public school system. How they continue to protect teachers that are basically should have been let go decades ago. Yet and still you keep on rejecting what's good for your kids just so you can protect your union allegiances, so to speak. It's time out for that. As I said, your kids are the ones that are on the line. You can take this advice and throw it away, say you don't want to hear it. It's fine. But think about what the end result is. A lot of cemeteries around here getting full. And you know what they're full of? Young people. Out here killing each other, killing themselves, committing suicide and stuff because they can't make it, can't deal, can't cope. And whose fault is it? Yours. Because you're too hard-headed, you're too stubborn to face facts. Not facts according to what CNN, not facts to what, because, according to the teachers' unions, not even facts according to what even the Republicans have to say, but the fact of the truth according to what God, through Jesus Christ, says. Choice is yours, my friend. I've done all I can do here. The only thing I can tell you to do now is take it or leave it. Good day. Yes, before I closed out the message, I wanted to add this. I mentioned early as a point of information and so forth and reference, I mentioned earlier about a book that I had published called What's the Matter with Kids Today? And that book is available online at lulu.com. That's LULU.com. If you go on to that website, in the search window, type in either the title of the book or type in my initials GE and McTyre, or you can just type in McTyre. There's not that many of us around. But anyway, every book that I've written should show up, or if you just type in the title, then that one book should pop up. When it pops up, all you have to do then is choose whether you want a hard copy of the book, which will run about $10 or so, or you can purchase the download the book to your computer or whatever, I guess in the form of an ebook or whatever it is. It's something that costs about $3 if I'm not mistaken. I haven't kept track of the actual price that they are charging. The book used to be available on Amazon.com, but as it stands right now, I think it might be the expiration of the consignment might have already taken place, and as such, the easiest way for you to do it is get it on lulu.com, and like I said, you can download the book for about $3. So there's two ways you can get it, and you will find that the book gives you a little bit more information. The book was written back in 1994, and the material for the book I had been gathering since about 1988, and you will see that what we're faced with today has been multiplied because of the fact, see, the kids back then that were going through school are now parents or even grandparents, and see, they are victims of the system as well, because they are essentially in as bad a shape as the kids are, and they're only promoting, it's just a cyclical thing where, they're passing it on down of their, illiteracy and so forth, going right on down the line, keeping things going. But the book will reveal a lot of things to you. I talked about the schools. I talked a little bit on this video, but there's more to say about the parents. And then there's a third party, which quite frankly, the school system and what the things that are happening in the school system all are the result of the failure of this third entity, which I will not name now. You have to get the book to find out who it is, but if you get the book and read it, you will see what I've been saying for over 20 some odd years has come to fruition. It's almost like a word of knowledge, a word of prophecy of what was going to take place that I saw about 20 years ago, and seeing that it has gotten to that point now. And so that's about all I wanted to say for that. Also,